Well, we closed out 2019, and coming into 2020, we are finalizing the museum. It's been a long haul, but you know what? It's going to be worth the wait. We have been so blessed with so many talented in-kind donations. One's working behind me right now, Kimball Thompson. He designed and has been fabricating this wonderful cage bar. The cage bar is what they had in the taverns during the 1700s. People would travel through the villages. They would stop, hear the news of the day, stay, have a meal, possibly sleep on the floor. Hence, that's the reason for the bars on the cage bar, and that's how a bar is called a bar today.
The tavern keeper or ordinary keeper could lock up his alcohol, beer, rum, more likely spirits. It required some research, going to Colonial Williamsburg and looking in the taverns up there and taking photographs. Everyone is different. It seemed to be what was required for the tavern or ordinary, what the carpenter's skill set was, what the materials were available. They all seemed to be different. It's been great. It's a lot of fun to walk through here and see the various craftsmen and the various volunteers and the various professionals doing work here. And it seems to be almost an overnight sort of thing that all of a sudden we've gone from what was a relatively empty room to something that clearly is starting to look like what will be a museum and an interpretation and an explanation of the Battle of Great Bridge.
The brick I am so excited about. Years ago when they were taking down the old school building in Great Bridge from 1907, I received phone calls asking if we could do something to help them. And so I asked if the city would preserve the brick. We've been able to utilize it in the museum, and it's showcasing the burning of Norfolk, but it's the old school brick. In addition to that, in the tavern, we're going to have a warming fireplace, and that's also the old brick.
We wanted to donate our time and effort to the community to help out on this project with the whole historical brick. Well, the wall is to represent the outside exterior of a house in the colonial days. Now it's a little different where we have to preserve how they built it back then, the way we implement the ways of using the brick and the mortar and how we join it to make it look authentic. It looks good, and I think everybody in the public will be enjoying to see what it looked like back in the colonial days.
We can't be located on the water without talking about our local waterways. And of course, the Army Corps of Engineers is key to that. We've been very fortunate that the Army Corps has shared with us the original control panel from 1950 that was right here in Great Bridge, as well as the bell that they used to ring back in 1950 to let the local citizens know that they were going to raise the bridge. Power Electric is coming back, and they're going to finalize the actual lights that are going to showcase our museum exhibits. There's a lot that goes into that. It's not just simply putting a light fixture up. Some of the key features that we're finalizing is the featured wall that was done by Harry Murphy himself of Murphy's Fence. He's been working very hard on it along with our volunteers, as well as Capital Interiors out of Richmond. They came in and they fabricated all of our walls throughout this museum area. And again, that was another donation by people. Everybody has come out of the woodworks to help us. And that's what really we're showing here is there's something here for everybody. And we just welcome you to be a part of it.
Most of the lumber, building supplies, and talent have been donated by local stores. There's always more room for support, so if you want to find a way that you can help, visit gbbattlefield.org.